Dear viewers, subscribers, budding nursing and paramedical professionals, Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Welcome back to your own channel, Advanced Nursing Theory and Practice. Today we are back again with the subject of Nursing Foundation, and today's selected topic is Code of Ethics by Indian Nursing Council. This will be the part third of this Code of Ethics series. In part first, we have gone through ethics, terminology used in ethics, and Code of Ethics proposed by International Council of Nurses. In part second of Code of Ethics series, we have gone through Code of Ethics proposed by American Nurses Association. And this topic will be taken up by me as well. Now we are going to our topic, that is Code of Ethics by Indian Nursing Council. Indian Nursing Council was established in 1947, and from time to time it has revised its code of ethics that is to be adopted by the Indian nurses. As per INC, there are various activities or there are various rules that a nurse in India has to follow so that to provide care to the people and safeguard his or her clients and himself or herself from the legal complications. So, we will go through these rules and regulations that we have to opt or abide by one by one. Number first, the nursing professionals must respect the uniqueness of individual in provision of care. So here we can say that a nurse has to perform various functions. So what are the functions? We are going to discuss them one by one. Number first, nurse has to provide care for individual without any consideration of caste, creed, color, religion, culture, ethnicity, gender, social status, economic status, political status, personal attributes, or any other grounds. However, we have seen in the recent past during COVID-19 crisis that some of the instances were there that people were discriminated on the basis of religion and caste, and some of the uh, patients were refused care or admissions in some places. So according to INC, we have to minimize or we have to eliminate this kind of discriminatory culture as a nurse. Number next is that nurses has to individualize the care considering the patient's beliefs, patient's values, cultural sensitivity. Say for example, we cannot directly touch a female patient while collecting vital signs, so we have to take consent. So this we have to consider prior to provision of care. Number next, nurses has to appreciate the place of individual in the family and community. So we must know what is the role and status of an individual in the family or community, and we have to facilitate the participation of client in the care or the nursing interventions or planning we are going to do for the patient. Not only this, we have to take the significant others, we can say brother, sister, mother, wife, husband, into consideration while providing care to a patient. Number next, we can say nurses has to develop and promote trustful relationship with individuals. Not only with individuals, we have to develop trusting relationship with significant and the others or relatives or attendants who are attending the needs of patient. So here nurses also has to recognize the uniqueness of patient in terms of his or her response to the interventions that are being provided in the form of nursing care. So we have to look whether these are appropriate, whether not, or we have to look whether patient is adapting to our interventions, he is responding properly or not. So this will be our feedback to amend our interventions. Number next is the nursing professionals must respect the rights of individual as a partner in care and helping in making informed choices. Here nurses again has to perform various functions. So what are the functions that a nurse has to perform under this element? Or number first, nurse has to appreciate individuals' right to make decisions about their care, about the nursing interventions we are planning, and thus we can say nurses has to give educate and accurate information to the client. So by providing this information, we are enabling them to make informed choices, as or we can say consent. So if they are giving us consent, then only we can proceed with the interventions. If not, we have to stop and document it. Number next is we have to respect the decisions made by individuals. We would not have to bully the patient, or we would not have to refuse to care for the patient if he is making his decision for not receiving any particular intervention. So here we have to respect their individual decisions by accepting their autonomy, or we can say self-determination for their decisions. Number next, we can say nurses has to protect the public from misinformation and misinterpretation. We have to provide information to public that is logical and based on reasoning. We have to provide straightforward communication and having skills of delivering the best message that will not be misinterpreted by any means. So number next we can say is that nurses has to advocate for special provisions to protect vulnerable sections of the society, individuals or groups, particularly in our hospital settings. Individuals, elderly people and women are considered to be vulnerable, and we have to take care of them in special circumstances. Number next point or the element that INC has proposed is the nursing professionals must respect for individuals' right to privacy, confidentiality, and shares information judiciously. So nurses here have to provide various responsibilities or caring abilities through various activities. So here we must know what privacy and confidentiality is. Privacy is the ability of a person to disclose what he is suffering from or what information he is holding within him. So it is his discrepancy that he is telling or disclosing his personal beliefs. Then confidentiality is the responsibility of nurse to keep that information safe. Confidentiality also involves sharing of only that information with other healthcare team members that is required, and holding rest of the information. So here nurses has to respect the privacy of the individual, and thus by respecting their privacy their personal information is withheld. Then next is nurses has to maintain confidentiality of information, or we can say privileged information. However, we have to disclose that information in life threatening situations so that it can be used for saving life of the patient. Number next is we have to take informed consent, or informed choices are to be made, and we have to maintain anonymity of the patient when information is required for quality assurance, academic purposes, or legal reasons. So here we have to take care of it as well. Number next is that nurses has to limit the access to records to authorized persons only. Uh, we see that in hospitals, the inpatient files are written with, or we can say they are inscribed on with the sentence that this file, inpatient file, is the property of hospital as and it is confidential. So this file or the patient record should be kept in lock and key conditions. However, in our settings it is not possible, so we must be limiting access of these documents to people. Number next is that nursing professionals must maintain competence in order to render quality care, or we can say quality nursing care. Here nurses has to perform various functions. Number first, care must be provided by registered nursing personnel only, registered in state or in Indian Nursing Council. Then nurses has to strive for maintaining quality nursing care and should uphold the standard of nursing care. Then nurses has to value continuing education initiatives in the form of webinars, conferences, seminars, then CNE activities, in service educations, and has to utilize each and every opportunity for self development, professional development is well. Number next is that she has to value, or he has to value, research adhering to ethical principles, that she has to abide by rules and regulations while dealing with patients or carrying out research. Number next is that the nursing professionals is obliged to practice within framework of ethical professional legal boundaries. The boundaries set by the profession are not to be crossed. So we can say the legal boundaries that are framed by the profession should never be crossed by a nursing professional. Here nurses again has to perform various functions. Number first, nurses has to adhere to code of ethics, or we can say a code of professional conduct that is applicable to the nurses in India, is developed by Indian Nursing Council or state nursing boards or state nursing councils. Number next is that we must be familiar with the relevant laws or practices in accordance with the law of the state. Say, for example, we must be updated with the latest knowledge about law and practice related to or regarding nursing care practice. So, say for example, Indian Nursing Council is going to be abrogated and a new commission called as Nursing and Midwifery Commission is to be introduced in its place at national and state levels. So that provides a framework how nurses are expected to behave at state and national level. Then we have another component in code of ethics proposed by Indian Nursing Council, that nursing professionals must work harmoniously with members of healthcare team. What does this mean? That nurses has to perform harmonious relationship, that they should be in trusting relationship with each other and as well as patients as well. So here the nurses has to appreciate the team efforts while rendering quality patient care or quality nursing care to the client. Then nurses, or we can say nursing professionals, has to cooperate, coordinate and collaborate with all healthcare team members so that provide quality healthcare to our client, or we can say to meet the needs of people whosoever is asking for our services. Number next point in code of ethics proposed by INC is nurse commits to reciprocity get the trust invested in nursing profession by society. So here nurses has to do two main things. Number first is nurses has to demonstrate personal etiquettes in all dealings, whether dealing with the patient, whether dealing with the attendants, relatives, significant others, co-workers, etc. And number next is she has or he has to demonstrate professional attributes in all dealings, say for example healthcare team members, co-workers, etc. So this was all about the topic of code of ethics as proposed by Indian Nursing Council. So hope you have enjoyed the video and you might have gained a bit of knowledge. Thank you for being with us. Please do not forget to share, subscribe and support your own channel. Your suggestions and valuable comments are welcome at these email IDs. Thank you very much.